Welcome to my tube. My name's Margie. I'm a Heoka wise clown. I'm an empath. I'm a reader. I like a tarot reader. Although I do got a deck of cards. Just playing cards. You can read tarot. It's just energy. It's all it is. It's reading energy. It's just reading story and energy and storylines. You know, the vibration that flows through a storyline of love. It's high vibrational. It's up here. Love charges you. You don't need to eat. You don't need to sleep. You need less to do more. Yeah, your body just charges itself, you know. Some people in love with people. Some people are in love with their job. Some people are in love with their mission, you know. Some people are love with the idea of love, and then every day is a conquest for that. Doesn't matter what you charge, as long as you know that you don't charge yourself. It does come from external sources. Source, higher power. We get charged from something. We all tap into it. Like attracts like. So I didn't make a video yesterday. I'm just like, I just kind of didn't want to, so I didn't. I watched two things that were pretty significant to me. One was A Good Doctor. It's a good show, huh, Benny? And the storyline that I resonated with the most was there was the one with the mother and the daughter. One in name and one in spirit. One in letter and one in spirit. And without getting in, I don't want to expose that storyline because it's not their story, isn't my story to tell, and I don't want to spoil it. But I will talk about how it related to Retta. You see, I don't know the circumstances of how I came to be. I just found out when I was 44 years old that my parents were actually divorced before I was born. So, I don't know, exes hooking up, but they hated each other. They don't like each other. And they aren't, either of them are the type of people to make themselves uncomfortable for the kids, Neither of them came from that vibration to do what's right for the kids, Because, anyway, I got example after example after example how that's true. So, if anyone who wants to dispute that, it can't be done. Heck, I was 5 years old, 7. I told my mom, I'm like, I don't know what to call my father. I don't know what to call him. Dad, Greg, Pop, I don't know. It's just, nothing feels, I don't know the guy. I don't know, like, what's his favorite color, and, he's like, supposed to be this significant person in my life, and I have no idea who he is. So she's like, well, you need to address that. So when next time we had to meet at Denny's for the custody exchange, I sat down and I said, and it was not easy because I had a speech impediment too, and he wasn't very kind to me about that either. I got made fun of a lot because I wouldn't say my aw's, Margie, yeah. So, I was like, I don't know what to call you, dude. It wasn't like that. I was wondering if you and I could spend some time together to get to know each other on this trip, just you and me. And, the response I got was, what do you expect me to do? Ignore everyone just to hang out with you? Is that what you want me to do? That's pretty selfish. Yeah. See, I got down the vibration path of people that don't like me for their own personal reasons. And they're mean to me because how they feel about themselves. That's why people are mean to people. It's because they hate themselves. That's why. Nice people that love themselves and are at peace and balance, they're not freaking mean to everybody. They're just not. It's so the story, and then and she's never been real affectionate towards me. We've always had animals, and so I've always seen her just be really loving to animals, and kind and loving. And I just for a long time I didn't think that it was capable it was capable. She was capable of being like that tender-hearted. I just didn't think that was. I just, some moms are like that, some moms aren't. But then when I saw, now she's getting older, I see her with Sassy. She like chews up the dog food for her dog and feeds it. It's like cute because she breaks it down because her little dog is old, so she like breaks it down like that, and they share it. Or she doesn't eat the dog food; she eats food, but she's just breaking it for the dog to make it easier for the dog. And it's sweet. And it's very thoughtful and stuff, and she's never been like that with me. And for the first part of my life, I thought it was my fault. I thought it was like how I acted, so I always tried to modify my behavior. I'm autistic. That's what I'm always coming up with ideas and do things different, and try it this way and that way, and if I act like this and that and that. And all I did is I spun myself out, and I made myself a drunk. That's all I did with that, is I made myself drunk. I couldn't do it. Because there's too many possibilities of who each and every one of us can be, so every time I tried to be something different than I wasn't, it just didn't feel right. So, I just decided I'm just gonna be me, Just gonna be the best person I could be. I'm going to speak open and honest to people whenever it seems fit. I'm going to try to keep my mouth closed, When it's necessary. I'm not good at that. I like to think that I come into every situation with an open mind. And seeing a lot of people haven't had an open mind. They haven't had to, because they put themselves in this big old box. Actually, it's more like a vault, a bank vault. That's what it is. They lock themselves with the bank box with all their abundance and stuff, and well, it's just not really what life is about. Life isn't supposed to. You aren't supposed to walk through the world shrouded in a cloak of selfishness. You're not. It's a community. We're all on the same planet. We're all in the same ecosystem. As above, so below. I was listening this morning to, I don't know what I would do without astrology, and I implore people to explore people through astrology. I was listening to Shanti's, GYO, I'll put his link of the Transit Summit. He and Sangipi and some other folks give their 2019 Vedic astrology report. I'm only an hour into it. It's like 3 hours, it's almost 4 hours long, but if I have to break it up, I'll break it up. But the thing of it is, we can determine who we are today. We can use what we've learned, the lessons that we've learned from our past, and step into more of who we are. So when I saw that, I got to, people are getting so triggered because, like, ordinarily, if I wouldn't have been meditating over like an hour a day for nearabouts, for the last couple of years, like really been dedicated to it, and even if I don't go all the way to the vapor place, then I can still be still for an hour, because I'm wound up anyway. I'm a nervous bird, wound tight, as they say, and it's been double-digit days since I quit drinking coffee, and I didn't even plan on it. I just woke up and didn't want to make it. Wasn't worth the effort. I feel fine. I still get my headaches. That hasn't changed. But headaches are the energy is related to the energy. But I get forecast of what the energy is doing because I watch all these astrologists, and Saturday's gonna be crazy. And that's the thing is when you look at the patterns in astrology, they take placements and then they say, look at these placements of where the world was the last time these placements were like this and what was happening then. And there's cycles, there's 50,000 year cycles, there's 22,000 year cycles, there's, there's a cycle for every number, astrology, but right now, all of the greed is being washed away. People can come up ethically. They can be a shyster and de-shyst if they want to. They can redeem themselves if they want to. People can become better. Nobody's all bad, just like nobody's all good. I like to help teach people how to trust themselves, to read others. Yeah. I'm pretty good at it. The only thing that I really got twisted is I got down the vibration of people that didn't want me around. And it wasn't because of me. It wasn't because I was a bad person. Mostly people just don't know how to even talk to me, and it frustrates them. I know how I get when I get frustrated. These aren't just problems that are limited to me and other people. Communication has been an issue for eons and eons, and language and different and all that barriers don't add it to it either. So I guess what I want to leave on, it's weird because I know that all the planets are direct, but my Mercury, when Mercury goes retrograde, I have a Mercury feeling that freaking every single time. And it's not just no, it's every single time Mercury goes retrograde, so I might have to look into that. See, these are tells. Tells. People need to be more curious, more kid-like. People just went back to who they were on the playground before they got too scared or too hurt or too broken. You might just be alright. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.